Hello and welcome back to another video. Before I start here, I do want to say I have been away for about 2 months now. Um, yeah, I've been quite busy with school and stuff, so that's why I've been away. But I couldn't resist to make a video on the GQuuuuuuX because it's interesting, very interesting. I did build this about a couple weeks ago, and something has really caught my attention with the articulation, but let's get on with the appearance here. So this is the high grade GQuuuuuuX from Gundam, from GQuuuuuuX. This kit is from 2025, so same year it came out, same year review. So there is that. This is quite a very unique design. Very interesting. I like it. The only thing that I don't really like is the torso, but that's just me. If I remember correctly, this was actually designed by the same designer of the Evangelion units. The Eva units. So it's kind of like a crossover between Gundam and Evangelion. So I know that a lot of people would want this kit just for a slight collab, I guess. But yeah, so the appearance here is very nice. I really love the leg designs. It's very smooth and sleek, very aerodynamic, and you can see inner details such as that fuel canister. I don't really know what that is. I don't really know what that is, but it's some kind of canister inside of the leg. The arms are asymmetrical right here, so you do have that yeah, so single point bend, kind of like Iron-Blooded Orphans there. You do have a little canister here on the inner side of the thigh as well, which is very interesting. You do have a wire going in and a wire going out, as well as the armor that goes around that wire, which I feel like is quite a cool touch. Although that wire kind of doesn't seem to lead anywhere because it kind of just ends. But I don't know really what the purpose of that is. The shoulder pad design is also quite unique. I didn't really know what to think about it at first, but it's growing on me for what it is on the design here. Yeah, the torso design though I don't really like as much because it there's a lot going on here, a lot of geometry going on, and it's a bit too much for my liking. I think that's probably why I don't really like it as much. But the rest of the body the head, the arms, and limbs are all really nice in my opinion. Yeah, that head design is quite Evangelion feeling. So you do have that. Now in the series there is another one. That's like the GQuuuuuuX, the Gundam G-Fred. Does the G in GQuuuuuuX and G-Fred stand for Gundam? It probably does. But the G-Fred, I would love to have the G-Fred because in my opinion, I kind of like the color scheme and the design of the G-Fred over the GQuuuuuuX. I just think it's a bit better, as well as the ears are cool on the G-Fred. So if I see the G-Fred, I'll try and get it. But, yeah, so there is an alternate head in here, which we will take a look at, but let's get on to the color accuracies. There's a huge sticker sheet. A lot of the stickers are from the eyes here, The eyes are 1 and 2. They are separate. You have to line those up separately. 3 and 4 are for the yellow bits on the little fins here on the side of the head. There are 4 of those because there is an alternate head. Number 5 is the head camera, which has a bit of circling, like circle details there. There's like 4 cameras up there. It's kind of hard to see. I think there you can see it. Let's see. Number 6, I don't know where that goes. I think it's for the rifle. I'm not really sure. I don't remember. Number 7 is for the trim on the chest right here. Number 8 and 9 is the yellow stickers underneath that. Number 10 is the stripe down the middle. Number 11 is the trim on the stomach. Numbers 12 and 13 are very tiny actually. They are the little shiny bits on the collar section, which do need to be folded. So I don't know about you, but having to fold small stickers are quite the hassle. I'm not gonna lie. But number 14 is the Pomeranian. Number 15 is an alternate choice, I believe. You can choose between the I don't really know what that's called. I don't remember who owns that logo, but you can choose between that and the Pomeranian. Numbers 16 and 17 are the stickers. Each canister has 2 stickers to make it look like it wraps all the way around the canister. So that would be that sticker right there, and on this side as well. Number 18 and 19 are these 2 stickers right here. And number 20 and 21 are useless because I would recommend painting them instead. So those stickers would go over here on the back of the heels, but it doesn't wrap all the way around. If you were to put the sticker on, this is what you will see. The back area that I painted here, that would be gray. And because of that, the sticker kind of folds over, like up to the line here. And because it doesn't wrap around, when you're holding this, this is how I hold it most of the time, is when I like pick it up or something like that, or pick it up from like the top here. But most of the times it's like this. And you can see that my hand, or my bottom finger, my pinky finger here, is near where that is, that heel bit. So that would like rub the sticker and cause it to peel off over time, which is not a good thing. But yeah, that's it for that sticker sheet. I will say, some of the bolts up here are also not color accurate. I painted those with black acrylic paint. You also get another sticker sheet for the red trim parts that are on this. I didn't use all of them because these ones you have to line up and kind of eyeball it, as well as some of the other ones. I won't be getting into the numbers here, but the red trim up here on the shoulder, that is one of those stickers. Down here on the thigh, that's one of them. And here on the legs that wrap around like so. Those are the only ones that I put on. I don't want to get into that whole sticker thing. They're a bit weird. The way that they kind of do stretch, but then they also kind of break easily. Or perhaps maybe I'm handling it a bit too rough, but I don't think I was. So just beware when putting on those stickers. They are not your standard stickers. So moving on to the articulation, you have a swivel in the head, you have a ball joint there, and another ball joint in the going down into the collar section. So it can look up that far, and it can look down that far, and it can do a full 360 spin. You do have an ab crunch, very nice. You do have a butterfly joint right here. You do have 360-degree spin at the shoulder there. You have a swivel at this shoulder armor. You can get that much bend going outwards like that. You do have bicep swivel, which is actually kind of tight, so that's firm. It's pretty good actually. You do have a single point bend right there at the elbow and your standard ball joint wrist. You do have you can do a 360 swivel with the waist here, but it might pop off the ball joint because there is a ball joint there. The entire waist has no moving functions, so, well, not some that would be, well, you can pull out this armor piece, kinda, and, like, have it swivel, because there's a swivel here, but, I don't see the reason and why you would need to do that ever, so I just close that up. But there is a slight swivel, in case you are wondering. Here is my issue, though. Here is my biggest issue with this kit. So when you are attaching the leg into the waist, you put a ball joint going into the waist. That is the ball joint right here, and that has to go into the waist. Now, the reason I don't like this is because I don't know, but, like, in my opinion, this will loosen the kit a lot around the waist. I have messed with it a little bit, but, like, usually it's kind of loose. It makes the legs loose. Like, if you were to, shout out to Mecha Guy Kotu, because he does that, like, swivel thing. That's kind of where I'm getting this from. But he does, like, this swivel thing, and the legs do not hold as well. They kind of just flop. Then again, I did mess with it because I was, like, painting it and stuff, so I was, like, popping it on, popping it back in, popping it off, and, you know. But yeah, so over time, it will loosen up. So I don't really like that. But that is pretty much my only issue with this kit. Yeah, so articulation forward, you get a very high kick. Wow. That's a high kick. It goes slightly outwards. Forward kick only goes here, like from the front view, but you do get a lot more if you go outwards like that. The armor does clash here. That's why it only goes up that, going forward view. To the back, you get that much. From the back view, about probably there. So about 90 degrees front and back, on the forward view. But again, you do have that extra if you go outwards a bit. You do have rotation up at the thigh, about 90 degrees from forward to outwards. You do have a bit of inwards as well. You do have a single point bend at the knee, which is very cool, very nice, very aerodynamic. You also get a ball joint at the ankles, which attaches on very simply. So you do have ball joint rotation there at the ankle. And this entire foot is actually on a swivel, so you would get about that much right there before the armor, the leg itself will actually clash with the ground. So you get about that much motion going forward, and going backwards you actually can get pretty much there, all the way flat. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, so outwards it can go out that far, inwards that far, so not much, which was quite surprising in my opinion, because this is a ball joint, but due to how some of the armor is shaped around, and yeah, it actually does make a difference somehow, which is very cool. But that is the articulation. Moving on to the accessories, you do have, I'm gonna show one of these actually, but you do get two of these. These are the beam sabers. You can have the beam effect here, which is very unique. You can just slide that in like so, and you can put that into the hand, which I guess I will put in a pose later. But the way that these store, they have a hole on either side, so you can mix match whatever. It doesn't really matter, but you can put these on these pegs on the back and fold them down like that. And that would technically be a rear skirt. I wouldn't really count that as a rear skirt though. But however, there is one thing I want to mention, is that I don't like putting these on the back here, because when you're holding the kit, you're gonna have one of your fingers hit the back here, and these beam handles do not sit anywhere else other than, because like this is what it looks like when it's stored. It's only touching the peg that it attaches to. So if you were to be like, if you were to aggressively hold this, you might bend that beam handle and you might break the peg off. I think that is something that worries me. I don't know if that's something that will happen, but I'm sure that it might happen in the future if you do hold that aggressively. So beware of that. Now, moving on, we do have the axe, which I did paint using acrylic silver. I don't like the way that it holds. It's very loose. There's no grip on this. If you were to hold it like that, it'll slide out just like that. So it kind of sucks when you hold it. You have to get the angle right. But yeah, that is the Heat Hawk, I believe it's called. You do have a shield. Nothing much to it. It's like one of those hockey shields. I don't know. It looks like something that the hockey goalie would wear on their arms. You do have, wait, no, I'm not done with the weapon tier. The rifle. There is a sticker in the rifle, which is actually, that is number 22 on the sticker sheet there. But I think that is all. You do have nice color separation on this, I'm not gonna lie. Although I think it is color inaccurate in some areas. Yeah, okay, so the bottom here, this bit on the bottom and here are supposed to be white. But the fact that the rifle is gray, white, and yellow, that is really unique, and I do love that a lot. But yeah, so the way that this attaches is the standard sandwich hand style. So you just open the hand, put the rifle in the hand, and close it back up, and you just put it back in the hand, or put the hand back into the arm there. Oh, it's crazy. You do have the alternate head. This is the closed variant of the head. Again, I painted the bolts, or they're not bolts. I don't know what those are called. I know they like extend out whenever the V-fin is open. But yeah, more stickers there. And it's basically a closed head variant, so you can pop the head out. It also does have the joint in there too, so it's really that simple to just change the head out and whatnot. But I think the open variant is definitely better. But I'm gonna keep that on actually. And yeah, so the next accessories are the alternative hand. You have a right hand that's opened, relaxed. You have a relaxed hand, and you have a holding fist for the left hand. Actually, have had the relaxed ones on this one on the left. So in total, you have 2 relaxed hands and 2 fists, holding fists. Now the last thing, part of the accessories is the core fighter or something. Hold on, there we go. The core fighter, very color inaccurate. There are no stickers for this. The red trim stickers go on the side here, but I haven't put those on. But yeah, you have a very strange core fighter here. Yeah, very strange. You do have articulation here, 360 degrees, and here, 360 degrees. This also has 360 degree rotation. You also have a peg for putting it on a stand, or a hole for putting it on a stand. But yeah, to add this to the backpack of the GQuuuuuuX, you just remove that and put it here. Yeah. So 360 degree rotation. This doesn't have a standard backpack. Goodness, this doesn't have a standard backpack attachment, so you will have to do some modifications if you were to ever use this torso in a custom. Yeah, so there is the 360 rotation. Usually the backpack is slightly downwards, I think, when it's standing. So you do have that. And now time for the size comparisons, which I will put the open V-fin on for this. So that is the GQuuuuuuX standing there. We do have the high-grade RX-78-2 and high-grade Barbatos. So about average size. Next up, we have 2 larger kits. We have the Strike Freedom and the Lightning Z Gundam, which I might do a review on at some point. I don't know when. But there is that. I usually do 6 size comparisons, but not this time. So I'm gonna get this onto a stand and throw it into a pose. And as I am doing that, do I recommend this kit? The back of the hand just went some. Oh, there it is. You know what? Let's put in this one. Do I recommend this? Honestly, I don't know. Mostly no. I'm leaning towards no. You can't even get it to hold the thing without. Oh my god. Let me see here. It has its issues, and there's quite a bit of issues. The hip joints, can't even hold the handle. The heat hawk, that sucks. It can't hold it properly. That is, yeah. It can't exactly hold it properly. Just a bit focused here, sorry. Yeah, there's a little pose, little slashing pose. But, oh, actually, there's one here on the, there's a pose here that's on the manual. I can try and replicate that. The back of the hand, I will say, does pop off a lot. You know what? I don't recommend this kit. I don't, honestly. It has loose areas, loose parts. I don't know. It's starting to fall apart on me. But I don't really know. I mean, you can get this if you like the fact that it's kind of a Gundam and Evangelion collab design. But I personally would not get it. The stickers are interesting. There's a lot of stickers though. I mean, if I saw the G-Fred, I would get the G-Fred, but I mean, they're pretty much the same with the GQuuuuuuX, so I don't know. I don't have the G-Fred, but I would get the G-Fred just because, but that's my personal thing, so overall, I don't recommend this. There is quite a lot of color inaccuracies. I just realized that these two triangles right here is supposed to be black, and this what is that? Like a diamond shape. That's also supposed to be gray or black or something. There's no stickers for those. You would have to paint those. So color inaccuracy, loose joints, loose parts. But other than that, this kit is fine, but I don't exactly recommend it. Okay, so I recommend this for the body alone. The only issue with the body is the hip joints because of the ball joint going into the waist. But if you're like putting in the accessories, the hand will split open easily. The axe, the heat hawk doesn't hold. You get my point, hopefully. So, this might be a personal take, so, get it if you want, but in my opinion, it's not that worth it. Yeah, so, I guess don't take it from me, because, I don't know, this has just been a 50-50 type of kit for me. Yeah. I mean, anyway, that's it for this video, so, leave a like and subscribe. Yeah, I guess. I'll see you in the next one, whenever that video will be.